run it back, 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 run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off, got the flight. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. Get the right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back, run it back, and run it back, ooh, run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back. Like this, now take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the front. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, like running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. About the act, yeah. And run it back. You see how I act, nothing I lack. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I'd die for that. I don't stress about it, I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key, running back, let me have it back. I'ma cut out anything that's in my psyche. Feeling myself high-key.
Yes, like that. Told her might be right back. Oh yes, like that. I told her might be right back.
Run it back, told him put the money in the bag, double that. Run it back, told him put the money in the bag, double that, double that.
Run it back, run it back.
Run it back, run it back, run it back, run it back.
Run it back, 100 stack, in the truck, with his fire tag, punch the gas, running to the future, past, I'm done with that, but if I need to, then I'm coming back, yeah, that's a fact.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Washington Commanders. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Dotson in motion right.
19 light. 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Count 19. Count 19.
On first down, Howell. And his first look is incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now an option play on second down. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 18. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard, your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's go now.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And it'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making a play.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. It's Howell. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw, Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. They'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Got about 25 yards on third down. They'll take it. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter, already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward, incomplete pass. On third down, here's Harris. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Commanders will take over with a first and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
It almost pushed them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Howell going to audible to something else. On first down, right back to Gibson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And he gets it down to the 32. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. This time they'll throw it with Howell. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Howell down to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown!
Luke Schoonmaker.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Commanders 21, Steelers nothing.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Pickett. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Gibson.
Ooh, the juke. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
70 range. 70 range. Top 60. Top 60.
Powell. He's got Gibson on the out route. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give to Gibson running right.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
79 Bronco. Warrior 70.
And Howe will throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
Off play action. Pickett.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now Pickett.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Slide for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Commanders 35, Steelers nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey,
taking it right down Broadway. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 64 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
Open
man, that's the tight end fire move. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pickett. Setting up the screen. Harris. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a 1st down.
Being chased. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Kenny Pickett taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Steelers are able to claw one back. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. He'll look to set up his blockers. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Pickett throwing again on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Finding space at the 40. Oh, some strong running. Still going. Inside the 20. Najee Harris. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris. 69 yards. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the formula there on the 2-point try, to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go, here we go. Last thing, 19. What's the point on the score?
Hal try to pick it up on 3rd. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive, nothing wrong with being electric, nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
One last shot before the break. Howell. Throw is caught by Schoonmaker. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in 1 drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Busts through the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 61 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Now he'll take a shot for Peoples-Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Finds Pickens out right. And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Pickett now on first down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. They'll start the drive with Harris. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
When it's intercepted, they got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Keanu Benton, the one who got in to bury him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space.
The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. In motion left goes a tight end. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commanders first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 14. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over. Pickett lost it, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. And the pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Robinson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll go. It's Gibson. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his third touchdown, but he's denied, and the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. Pickett now from the gun here. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Gibson, toss right.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 16. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Pickett.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down.
They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 11. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38.
That's big Cameron Hayward adding another sack to his career total.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Howell now to throw it.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Howell changing the play here.
Back to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett. And here's Freiermuth again.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Pickett back to throw.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Pickett will look to throw it here. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Campbell making the catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's Pickett.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Pickett and the rest of the Steeler offense staying on the field. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
13 yards there and a Washington 1st. He'll look to throw it.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second and 9. Once more, Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
And Howe will throw it. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Pickett.
Flush to his right.
Wise play by Pickett, sliding to avoid the hit. He also has the first down.
A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Back to throw, Pickett.
He's going to let it fly. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
On third down, here's Harris. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
One final shot for Pickett. And that is going to officially draw the curtain.
But I think the ball's out. And this will go out of bounds. And no recovery. And that is how this one will come to an end.
So